What is up, my beautiful people of YouTube? It is your boy Dolly back in the house once again. Okay. Tonight we're talking about the little 3-year-old that came up missing in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, Eli Vu. Also, we're going to be talking about the little girl that ended up in the river in Texas, Audrey Cunningham. Okay. But first, of course, you guys should know what to do. We are going to have the call in line open tonight in just a few, so you guys can call in and give your opinions on these crazy stories. Okay. So, anyway, let's dive into it. We'll start off with the Eli stuff, but of course, hit the like so I ain't got to say it 1,000 times tonight. Okay. We just say it quickly. There's 500 of you in the room. Thank you guys so much for being here. Right below me is a little thumbs up button. Somewhere right. It's somewhere in there, damn it. It's somewhere in there. Hit it. Hit it. I don't want to be homeless living on your couch. Okay, so we're going to jump into some news about this little boy. You know, his mother was arrested, the caregiver arrested, mother on a $15,000 bond. People were saying, you know, she could get a bondsman and get out. You can't get a bondsman in Wisconsin. So that is a $15,000 cash bond. And this Jesse Vang, or whatever the hell you say his name, he has a $20,000 cash bond, but he also has a federal hold. Thank you so much, Kelly, for the super sticker. So I don't think these people are going anywhere out to jail anytime soon. I know people were scared when they were like $15,000. Oh man, she's going to get out. I don't think nobody's putting up $15,000 to get this girl out, this mother. You know, we're hearing that she sent this little boy to this man's house, which has a pretty bad criminal record. And allegedly, some people are rumoring he is the cousin of her baby, okay? Of the baby daddy. Now, I don't know how true that is, but the baby daddy got the worst charges you could ever read in your life. So they're continuing to search, okay? Right now, PJ's World, love you. Dolly got to eat. Thank you, PJ. Love you too. And you right, Dolly does got to eat. So they continue to search for this little boy. Now, the family has organized a little community place that they're meeting up. Thank you. He's the uncle. He's the uncle. Okay, so it is family. So now I was thinking to myself today, you know, if this man is actually family with the man that's in prison, and this man in prison has charges of human trafficking. And I'm thinking, this ain't good, because what if the cousin has done took this baby or uncle or whatever family member it is and done sold this kid? Now, I believe they're searching the landfill because of course, the shoe that was found, and they have been at this location searching this landfill for days. Now, you know, I have experience in this landfill stuff because the whole time I was in Georgia, they were searching the landfill for what you see in the intro of Quentin Simon. Okay, and it took them about 30 days of searching that landfill to find Quentin Simon, maybe a little bit more. And now this was in the Georgia heat, and basically all they found was a little bit of Quentin Simon left, because, you know, these trash, once it's put in a trash truck, it gets compacted, then it gets bulldozed, then it gets ran over. You know, I hate to say that, trigger warning people, but if you make it through that, you're going to be in pieces, in little tiny pieces scattered throughout that place, or unless he was wrapped up in a bag and it got dumped or something. Miracles happen. I never thought they were going to find Quentin Simon in that landfill in Georgia. What was it? The Superior landfill? That was the one in Georgia. But they did. So, believe it or not, they're pretty organized for taking in trash. You think they just throw it anywhere, but they don't. They have certain places they put certain trash from certain areas so they can actually coordinate stuff off. So as we've been seeing in the videos, they've been bringing in piles of trash and they put it in this big area, and then people in hazmat suits go out there and sift through all that trash for days and days at a time. Now, I'm hearing they're going to take a day off. They've been working overnight. I know the family has a search party that meets up, and the family's actually taking tomorrow off from searching because they've been searching all week. I don't know. It just don't look good. It just does not look good at all for this little boy. Every minute that ticks down, it just seems worse and worse and worse. So I'm going to jump into some videos, and of course, I'm going to open the call lines in just a few minutes. But I want to go over some of the recent stuff some of his family said, a little bit of the stuff that's coming out in the news. So let me share the screen with you guys real quick. In this video right here, let me click on this one.
Was reported missing Tuesday morning from Two Rivers in Manitowoc County, triggering an Amber Alert. The search effort spanning multiple counties tonight. Dive teams searched waterways in Two Rivers today, while police, FBI agents, and volunteers combed a wooded area near where Elijah was last seen. Elijah's mother, Katrina Bauer, and a man named Jesse Vang are both accused of child neglect. Prosecutors say Bauer would send her son to Vang's home for discipline. You'll find these photos to share right now on the 12 News app.
Okay, hold on, let me jump back over
Take a look
this.
at this new drone video. It shows crews working to find 3-year-old Elijah Vue. This at a landfill about 45 minutes west of Two Rivers. Police have been using canines, drones, just about everything that they can. They're also going door to door. They are looking for little Elijah, who was last seen at his home Tuesday morning in Two Rivers. Police say they're working round the clock to try to find the 3-year-old. Let's give you a timeline of the search for the boy. He disappeared on Tuesday on the north side of Two Rivers. Police asked the public to look through surveillance and public land. And now cash bonds were set for Vue's mother and a man who was living in their home. Fox 6's Audrii Preciado picks up the story from here. Audrii?
Good evening. There is a sense of urgency in the community, all in hopes to find Elijah Vue, and the family is hoping to find some answers.
The clock is ticking in the race to find 3-year-old Elijah Vue. Search parties in different areas of Manitowoc County are looking for any signs of the missing boy.
Let's just think of this, guys. Every day that passes, how long could this little boy survive on his own with no way to get water, no way to get food? Okay, let's just say he's in the woods somewhere. You can only make it a few days without drinking water. Okay, let's just say he found a water source. Then he can make it a little bit longer. But what's the chances of that, a 3-year-old? You know, every day that goes by, it just gets scarier and scarier. Now, the Jesse dude is saying he last seen Elijah at 8 o'clock in the morning, that he took his 15-year-old daughter to school, came back, went to sleep, woke up at 11, and he was gone. So this little kid had a 3-hour window. If that's truthful. Now, this is also coming from a dude that was selling meth, selling cocaine, has a bunch of different assaults. You know, a lot of rumors are coming out that the lady sent the 3-year-old to be there to be disciplined. But when she was in court, when they were saying that, she was shaking her head no, saying, you know, people were saying that she never said that the police are blowing her head up, and it's, you know, and forcing her to say things. But I think that's coming from this Jesse side of the family. Okay. Now we got two sides of the family going on here. We got to remember that one side of the family came up and showed up in the court, and as a witness victim statement, they came out and said they didn't want either one of them out of jail, that they wanted to keep them close and would hope that the courts would hold them at no bond, because they believe they're the number one suspects in the disappearance of her own kid. So
felt bad, and you know, I have a kid myself, so I was concerned for all that.
Today, Elijah's mother, Katrina Bauer, appeared in court. Bauer and Jesse Vang, a man who lived at their home, were both arrested on an allegation of child neglect. One of the boy's relatives asked the court to make sure Bauer and Vang are available to answer questions from police.
They are the last two to have seen our baby Elijah. and at this moment are the prime suspects. So until we find the truth as to the whereabouts of Elijah, we like to make sure that these two are readily available for questioning.
The judge set bail for Bauer at $15,000 and bail for Vang at $20,000. They are not allowed to have any contact with each other or any child under the age of 18. The search first made statewide headlines when an Amber Alert was issued Tuesday. Sky Fox captured this video of about a dozen people in bright yellow hazmat suits searching a landfill about 45 minutes west of Two Rivers. Search teams are using drones and going door to door as they try to bring the child home.
Bauer and Vang are due back in court on Monday. Reporting live in Manitowoc County, Audrey Preciado, Fox 6 News.
Kind of grim details there, looking at lakes, looking at the landfill. Any word, any chatter that this little boy may be alive?
I don't think he's alive in
all
that
the information
landfill.
that we have right now is that they're still searching. I know several residents in the area were saying that they are just really concerned. We actually walked into one of the local restaurants, and that's pretty much what everyone's talking about right now. Where is he and where can he be found? So at this moment, that's all the information that we have at this time.
All right.
Well, I think definitely they're thinking somebody has done something with this little boy, okay? Because the facts, you know, if he was wandering around, you know, that time of morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, that's when people are getting up. He lives in an apartment complex. Nobody reported seeing this child whatsoever. Okay. Nobody that day but Jesse. You know, he was arrested later that night. I think they arrested him sometime at like 11 in the evening. And then shortly after that, of course, the mother was arrested. The police, it came out in court. Now, we didn't get to hear the whole affidavit. We just got to hear what little pieces the judge talked about. And one thing she talked about was that the mother's name's Trina, right? Trina. She's lying about her location. Apparently she lives in the Dells or something like that, or was in the Dells, and she wasn't there. She's lying about her location. She's been caught by investigators in a few different lies already. Now, here's the situation that I think. If you're lying at all, right? Let's just say this is a missing kid. There's no reason whatsoever in this world that you should be lying. Every time you tell the story, it should be exactly the same. Every time. It should never change, nothing of that nature. Every time you tell it, it should be the exact same thing. Why would you lie about where you're at this time? Just say you were doing something bad. I would tell the police the truth. So already now because they're saying they're going to charge her with more crimes, the mother. What those charges are going to be, I guess, lying to investigators. And of course, if they find this little boy, probably something more severe along with the Jesse guy. So they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, that's the good thing. And like they said, they have court to appear in court again tomorrow. So I guess we'll see. What people were telling me that you couldn't air the court, but every other damn YouTuber aired the court hearing. So I was all nice and didn't air it like they were saying you wasn't supposed to. And everybody else just aired it. Look, they're showing it on the news now. I might have well just aired it when I was watching it. So next time we will air whatever court hearing it is. We ain't doing that not airing stuff anymore. We're going to go ahead and just air that shit. Judge had to lock me up. Okay, so let's see who this is real fast. Okay, well, I missed your call. But the phone lines are open. I do want to touch in on this other story of Audrey Cunningham, you know, because her family released a statement. Okay. You know, they're saying they're being attacked on social media because of, you know, how they let this man into the house. I had to say, I am guilty as shit of attacking these people on that. All right. Because I think it's just horrible. But they're saying that, you know, because the registry, it's the fault of the registry and the system's fault, not theirs. Dolly.
Dolly, it's Blue Victorian again. Okay, so I just wanted to tell everybody that you are trying to get to CrimeCon and I have my ticket, and they need to help get you there because I know you're super close to your goal.
Yeah, we're 2/3 to our goal. I think we got about a week left, or we ain't gonna be able to get in there. So yeah, I've been pushing it. I've been posting the link. Hopefully we will be there this year. Dolly, 2020 Comic-Con. I know she got her tickets. So we're getting close. We're getting close. I've been praying, little baby Jesus.
Okay, me too. And I just want to tell everybody that's watching, please donate. Help Dolly get there.
Dolly! Okay.
Dolly!
All right.
I love you guys.
All right.
Okay, bye.
All right, peace. Okay. Thank you for calling in. See? Yeah, we're getting really close to our I was about to say Cromicon. Me and PJ were talking about, we're like, we need to throw one since we keep saying it. CrimeCon, okay, 2024. We're getting really close to our goal. There's only a few booths left, so we ain't got much time. If you got a couple extra bucks and you want to help Dolly out, get me to Nashville, and it's at the end of May 31st through June 2nd. All the top true crime people will be there, and hopefully Dolly's broke ass. Okay, hopefully Dolly's broke ass will be there beside all these rich people that got too much money. Okay, that Dolly ain't got. So anyway, this family released a statement saying, that the system failed Audrey Cunningham, the little girl out of Livingston, Texas, that they found, according to Nancy, swirling in the river. Okay. You don't even want to tell you what else Nancy said. That was kind of disgusting. Okay. All right, let's take this call. Dolly.
What's up, my bud? What's up?
What's up? Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Brenda, your buddy. Brenda from Wisconsin.
Brenda from Wisconsin. What's up, Brenda?
Not much. Just worried about that little baby.
The little baby, Elijah Vue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's either I'm starting to think they may have sold this baby. I don't usually say that because I don't think you can sell a baby. But if these people are kin to the dude that's in jail, that dude is in there for all kind of human trafficking charges. What makes you think they wouldn't sell their own kid?
Yeah, but if he's out there, Dolly, he's in a hurt. The temp got real bad a couple nights ago, and it snowed up here.
Oh Lord! And I can tell you this: they ain't searching no landfill and no river for a baby that's alive.
No.
So that's the scary part.
But nobody in that apartment complex seen that child. That they did something to him.
That's what I'm saying. He never went missing because nobody seen him. How, if you seen a 3-year-old kid walking down the street, would you do something?
Yeah.
There you go. And I think any normal person would. So I don't think that kid was ever out like that.
I don't either. I think they did something. I think with her lying to the judge already, saying that she was in one place and was not in that place, I think that man and the mama did something to that baby, and they took care of it.
Or the mama took him there. He was there. The mama came back and got him, and then she did something with him. But he's saying the baby was there, so I don't know. That's a strange one.
I don't know, but I know if he is out there and they did not do nothing, he's in a world of hurt. That's what's got me scared. I wish they would just, if he's dead, I wish they would just come forward and tell it. And let him be buried.
By the places they're searching, the police, I believe, presume he's dead.
Yeah, because didn't they find his little shoe and blanket beside a dumpster?
Well, I know allegedly they found a shoe. The blanket may be rumor. I'm not positive on the blanket, but they did find like the dinosaur shoe or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they did that. And I think that's what's led them to this landfill because they haven't stopped searching this landfill. Now, if they didn't truly believe this boy was in that landfill, they wouldn't be doing all the stuff they're doing. They believe he's in this landfill.
Yeah. That's why they've got just regular people that's not trained looking in other spots.
Yeah, and that's
to keep them out of the landfill.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't even doing that. The family, it appears, has put this together. That's what I was saying the other night. There was no organization, but apparently the family has organized their own thing, and they're taking tomorrow off. But they've been searching every day. They've been meeting up at this theater, and they've been like assigning people groups and volunteers to go out and search little different areas, and then been marking it off. So believe it or not, that is pretty damn organized, right?
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that even though it's coming from the family and not the authorities, but at least they're doing something. They're not sitting on their ass, why this little boy's missing. They're out grinding and looking themselves. So I respect
They're not
that.
like some that we've seen, like Summer's family.
Well, it's like the family has some good people in it, and the family has some bad people in it. And there's families like that. Everybody, some people have bad people in their family. They don't mean they're bad.
No.
It's just they got a bad cousin or a bad brother or a bad nephew. It's just the way it is. And I believe that all this is coming from inside that family. You know what I'm saying? So
I do too.
Yeah.
I live about 2 hours away from Green Bay. If I was able, I'd be out there looking for that baby. Because I'm damn sure if one of my kids is missing, I'd want people out there looking for my babies.
Yeah.
I'm not able, Dolly, or I would.
I watched a girl say that on the news clip about the little boy earlier. She said, they asked her, why was she out there searching? She said, because, if this was my family member, I would want everybody out here searching. And I think it's like that too. I don't care who you are. I'd want you searching if, my loved one was missing.
Well, heck yeah.
So.
And you need to get on my shirts I ordered.
Okay. PJ left a list for me on the refrigerator. I'm going to start getting to that stuff tonight. So PJ was just talking to me about that.
I know you've been busy, honey. I just like picking on you. You like a son to me.
Cool. Well, me and PJ were just talking about that. Swear to you. She left a list right on the refrigerator. I'll go get it and show it to you if you want. I said, put it on the fridge. I said, put it on the fridge right before she left.
Now, I just like picking on you. And you owe me a case of Diet Coke for saying your ugly face. Yeah, I got it up to 24, baby.
All right. You be good. You stay safe.
You too. Thank you for all you do, Dolly. Love you, PJ.
All right. Peace. Dolly.
Hey.
Hey.
You so goofy.
What's up, Lisa?
Nothing.
Okay.
You haven't had callers lately. I haven't seen you in a because I've been busy. So what's the no, you're talking about the little boy that's missing, but what was the other one?
It's the Audrey Cunningham. And I was just talking about that because the family had released a statement and they were saying that the system failed Audrey. And they kind of they didn't take no responsibility in it. That's what I didn't like. Let Jesse have prison justice. He won't survive. I don't know. That dude looked like he'd been in prison a few times, Chantel. Okay, yeah, but that's what we're talking about, Lisa.
Oh, no, but I'm saying I've seen the part about the little boy, but the other one, what was that? Who is that?
Is the girl is Audrey Cunningham. She was the one that was in the river in Livingston, Texas. That the Stephen McDougal, this Aryan Brotherhood guy, was staying with these people, and she was just turned 11. She was 10 days. She had just turned 11, and I'm thinking he sexually assaulted the girl and killed her, threw her in the river, tied her down with a rock.
Oh my God! But he's in jail, though, right?
Yeah, he's in jail, acting crazy in jail, running around naked. He actually had his court hearing for his arraignment, butt naked. They had him covered up with a blanket. They said he's in this jail throwing doo-doo and all kinds of things.
Are you being serious?
I'm being dead serious with you. I'm not kidding.
They don't let people do crap like that, do they?
Crazy people do. Normal people don't kill people and throw them in the river, Lisa.
No, that's true. Nobody knows. But I'm saying somebody's doing that crap. Don't they dope them up or shoot them with something to make them act right?
I mean, they went into his cell. It's on the news. You can go look it up. They told him to come on, man. You got to arraignment, get dressed. I don't know what he had with his clothes, but the deputy was like, man, come on, man, get dressed. Don't do this to me. He wouldn't get dressed. And they wrapped him up in a blanket and took him right out to video arraignment in court. And he horrible guy. But see, the family says that, this dude had committed a crime against children before, and he wasn't on the registry. So they checked and didn't see him. So they thought it was okay. that let him stay and get his life back together, because they're Christian people and they believe in giving people second chances, right? I don't buy none of that shit. Okay, I don't buy none of it. I don't buy none of it. They didn't do no background into this dude. They let a monster in their house. They were letting a monster around their kid. They were letting a monster babysit the kid. They were letting a monster take him to school, and then eventually the monster killed the kid.
Did the kid go to? Obviously, the kid was in school, right?
Yes.
And nobody could see, no teachers, nobody, nothing could intervene or see anything that was.
Maybe he just checked. See, a lot of people believe he was grooming her, and if you just look at some of their pictures and the messages between him and the mother, it appeared he was grooming the child, and he was even telling the mother, you know, she'll keep a secret she won't tell. So it appeared he was he's definitely a prolific child predator, and he was grooming this child. And that's why I gave the family such a hard time talking about they need to be locked up. And now they're saying they're being attacked on social media. You should be attacked.
She does need to be locked up. What mother?
What the mother? It was the grandmother and the dad. The dad was off at work, and the grandmother, they were kind of flipping custody between the two of them. So it's a weird situation on the custody thing. But either way, they failed this little girl. I hate to say it.
Right. They need to be locked up. That's right. And they need to be locked up too. And I'll say it to the grandmother and all of them. Exactly. Yep.
I mean, if
being there for God, getting naked and acting stupid, need to be right in there with them.
Yeah. And look, they said that, they believe in giving second chances. This dude has big
I know. When it comes to a kid, I don't want a second chance. I don't care no second chance mess. I don't want to hear that crap. Nope.
I know. That's what I was saying.
You didn't get a second chance. She didn't get a second chance, did she?
She definitely didn't get a second chance.
Exactly. And that grandmother had to pay, and so would the dad. No, I'm sorry. I don't care who hears it, what they believe it. I was raised the hard way. No, you don't do nothing to a kid. I don't care. That's crime. As far as the little Elijah, is it Elijah? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Was he Oriental?
I believe, yeah. Yeah, definitely some.
Because the last name was Vu, right?
Yeah, I don't want to mess up his race. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say he's Asian and he be something else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, that man though was the man that he looked Oriental to me.
He does, and the mother's definitely looks white as a ghost. So he's definitely a mixed child.
Right. You remember back a little while ago when the little boy that was had wandered off, the little curly headed boy in Florida had wandered off, and the ex-Marine found him really quick, remember?
Yeah.
And all he has is little scratches on him. Yeah. He was in Florida.
Yeah, I remember that boy. I was talking about him the other day. And I was like, miracle.
Yeah.
And they found this other.
Well, look, he was found right away. This little boy, if he's out there, if he's not past, they did something to him, there's no way he could survive.
5 days.
No, there's no way.
If he had something.
Not 3 years old. But did he have a disability, Elijah?
That I don't know. But Lisa, I'm trying to keep calls for like 5 minutes, somewhere around that mark. So I appreciate you calling in. It was good talking to you tonight.
You too.
All right. Peace. Dolly. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm calling from Sevierville, Tennessee.
Tennessee. All right. Who am I speaking with?
Sandy.
What's up with you tonight, Sandy?
I'm calling about Audrey's family.
Okay.
They should have done better in what they did. They're blaming everybody else but themselves. They should blame themselves. They're the one that let him stay there.
I agree with you 100%. When I heard the statement they had made, and I don't want to attack nobody. I'm a pretty nice guy. I got a heart.
I don't either, but the truth, the damn truth. I mean,
the truth is the truth, right? They failed this little girl. You can't sit there and say the system failed them. They should have said we all failed her,
Right.
We all failed her. The system failed her. We failed her, but we ain't gonna let her fail. And because they're having a funeral for the general public, and then the following day they're having one for the family.
But the family don't want to take no. They don't want to take no consequences for it. It's their fault for letting him in there.
Well, I heard that the grandma went into rehab or something, but I might not be that might be rumored. I mean, I don't know. I heard the grandma went into rehab, and as soon as I hear people are facing trouble and they go into rehab. I'm like, is that the go-to?
Well,
like if I get in trouble, I don't have no problem, but next time I'm checking myself in a rehab.
Right, and you take this monster that's on drugs and the grandmother on drugs and rehab, something ain't right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'm addicted to this fruit punch right here. I need rehab.
Right.
You know, let me get out of trouble, because I just think that's a way. Like we seen that in Kansas City 3, that the Jordan guy, he jumped right into rehab as soon as his friends died, so he couldn't get.
I know, right?
If you're not accessible, it's like you can't get in trouble. You know.
Right.
So,
you know, if it don't look right and it don't sound right, it ain't right. I'm the same way. I am the same way by the Wells family.
Oh,
it don't sound right. It don't look right. It ain't right.
You might be right on that one too.
And
that's right.
Guilty as hell.
We got
and they're guilty as hell too.
Yeah, they allegedly. Let's say 147 likes. There's 852, almost 900 people in the room. Guys, do me a solid. Hit the like for Dolly. If you're tuning in tonight, it's like ringing the doorbell. Ding! And it's absolutely free.
This is my first time calling, but I watch you every day and I love you, Dolly.
Thank you. Big virtual hugs to you. Don't do anything I would do.
I appreciate everything you're doing for all these little children.
I try to do what I can. I got to get in this heaven somehow. I got a lot of paying back to do.
Me too, Dolly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to earn my stripes, just trying to get in. I'm at the back of the line. I'm trying to cut.
Me too.
All right, you be good.
As long as we have faith, and we're believing the Lord will get there.
I hope so. I hope that's how it works. That's what they tell me.
That's what they tell me too. I love you, Dolly.
All right, peace. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
What up?
This is Sin.
It's who?
Sin.
Like shin bone?
Sin. S-I-N.
Oh, sin. Like you committed a sin.
Yeah. Well, that's my username. No, man, the world's gone to shit, man.
That is true.
All these kids, I keep my kids close to me. Man, it's just screwed up.
The problem is people hurting their own kids. It ain't even strangers hurting the kids. It's people hurting their own kids is the problem.
I know. It's screwed up. I don't know what they're putting in. I don't know. Down here in Texas, we don't have that problem.
Well, y'all just had that girl thrown in the lake in Texas, Livingston, Texas.
Well, that wasn't her dad.
Oh, I know. That dude shouldn't have never been around. I'm just saying that happened in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean,
that motherfucker should have been hung automatically. Excuse my language.
I agree.
Excuse my language.
I give you one. All right, before you got to hit the cuss jar. I agree with you 100%. Though there needs to be some type of punishment for these crazy people that commit these heinous crimes. I ain't talking about just regular crimes. I'm talking about them heinous. Like you shake your head and like, what the hell?
Yeah, I keep my boys right next to me, and if they want to go somewhere, I want to meet their parents. I want to know their parents. I don't just say, yeah, you can go. It's crazy. And I think that's what, the world's coming to.
I know this as a daughter. I have a daughter, so I'm the same way. I got to meet your parents and stuff like that. And you ever had you got kids, right? What if your kid has a really cool friend and then you go meet their parents and their parents are idiots? Because I know one that my daughter hangs out with his kids and the dude is a slap ass idiot. But he's okay. I mean, he ain't dangerous or nothing. He just ain't the brightest fellow. He keeps getting locked up over stupid stuff and things like that. What do you do then? Do you tell your kids you can't hang out with those kids because they're an idiot?
Well, I don't know, because my boy, I don't know what to say in that situation, but my boy was going over to a pastor's house, hanging out with the pastor's son.
I thought he was just hanging out with the pastor. That was about to scare me.
No, he was staying night over it, and they had 6 kids. 6 kids. Well, come to find out, the pastor was molesting all of his daughters.
Oh, yes. I was watching some stuff today on this YouTuber. He was talking about, you know, these rich preachers in the, you know, that fly these private jets and all these things that use God to get rich and don't really care about the people. You know, I was watching some stuff about that today. Yes,
right.
Some of these preachers are scary. Just because you say you're a person of God don't mean you're a person of God.
Well, see, I was the idiot. I was like, yeah, you can go over there. Yeah, sure, go hang. He's a man of God.
Yeah, that's how they get you. I don't trust nobody in this world. You know, trust nobody. That's what I believe. We live in a crazy world. Don't trust anybody.
So
preacher, cop, judge. I don't trust shit.
Hey, my wife's my wife's brother's a cop, and I've seen some shit that he's done. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, look, I appreciate you calling in tonight. You be good. Stay safe.
Hey, brother, you too.
All right, peace.
Peace.
So yeah, I had to agree there. Like these people like this, when they know for a fact you done it, especially like the Texas stuff, and you know for a fact these people have done these crimes, they shouldn't get 20 years on death row. Absolutely not. We need to fast track that. Look, I'll be fair. Let's say 3 years. You get your appeal. You go through the system 3 years. We execute you. That's what we did to Muhammad. Remember Muhammad and Malvo, the DC snipers? They executed him here in Virginia. But we executed a Muhammad within 3 years. I mean, I think we broke a pretty good record quick. Like for one of the fastest executions in the country. From conviction to your ass is dead. They sent them to Virginia just for that. So we need to do that across the board. Of course, Malvo, the younger one, they gave him the death penalty, but then they overturned it to life in prison. He's still sitting in prison for the DC Beltway sniper incident. Any of y'all remember that shit? Because that happened around here. I remember when it was such big news, and I would have to zigzag pump to worry about getting shot, because that's how close it was to me. Dolly,
Pat Sully, you over here in Boston.
What's up, Pat?
Hey, just this Elijah thing. My wife and I, we thought it might have been they potentially, sold the child or something happened. Do you think perhaps they put the shoe outside of where the dumpster is?
To throw them off?
Yeah, throw them off.
I think so too, man. I was thinking the same thing, because if this dude, the Jesse Vang dude, is really connected to the baby daddy, that's scary, because he's definitely got human trafficking charges, and that's his kid.
Right. So when was the last time the neighbors or anybody else saw the child?
Well, they say they seen him on the 16th, and he was in an auto parts store. But that's not even confirmed, but they're saying that's the last. I think it's him. I've seen the video of it. Yeah. That's the last time they know confirmed sighting of Elijah.
Wow.
Other than coming from Jesse, the guy that's on the screen right now, that was the last known sighting. And that was on the 16th.
And what about all the other kids that lived in the house?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure the police are all over that, because there was, from my understanding, there was a 15-year-old girl, and there's some other people that lived in the house. I don't know exactly who they are, but they all had the same last names. I'm assuming they're all family. So yeah, there's other people. So that's a weird situation. Why would she take him over there? And I'm hearing this man came into to his life wanting to be like a father figure. That's just strange.
Really, really strange.
And the dude's a former like meth dealer, has like distributing charges. You can tell he's been to prison. He got the gang tattoos on his neck.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Adam Montgomery. You know, they were into the crazy stuff.
Oh, a little bit worse. You can tell this
Yeah,
dude's,
well, when
this
you're
dude's a
doing
little more
drugs,
gangster than Adam Montgomery.
yeah, but when you're in the drugs and you're doing stuff, you become numb. You don't know what the hell's going on. Before you know it, one thing leads to another, and you're scrambling.
Well, I
And
think
then
he's
the
a
chase is
drinker.
on.
I think he's a drinker because when he was in court, when they gave him the bond, they said he had to refrain from alcohol. They didn't say that about the girl, Trina, but they said that about Jesse. You had to refrain from alcohol. Like, was he drunk? I'm thinking he was drunk when they got there about the baby.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't exactly know, but when he was arrested, I'm thinking when they got there, this man was intoxicated. That's why they were telling me, yeah, you can have bond, but you can't drink. Why would they put that as a stipulation on his order?
You bring up some really good points. Hey, I like what you do, the channel. You know, you put it all together and you're just normal like all of us. So keep it up, man. You take care. I'll talk to you later on.
All right, peace.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so he had to have been drinking that day, I think, when the police got there, and he probably buzzed up. I don't know where the damn kid at. But that ain't no answer. If the kid was missing, why wouldn't you out searching? Like, why would a meth dealer, somebody that distributes drugs, all of a sudden want to just take part in a kid's life? That don't even make good sense. And what mother would leave that baby in those conditions? And why would the mother lie? Okay. And I'm telling you now, she got an attitude. She got a little attitude with her. I don't know if it's because they were saying things she didn't say and she's all snappy, but you can just tell by her demeanor, how she carries herself, that she has that little attitude with her. Maybe that's just, I'm picturing it wrong, but that's what it seemed like to me. Or because she was shaking her head no every time they said anything, but they were saying she was saying things like she dropped the baby off with discipline. You can see her shaking her head. I don't know, attitude. She's saying no, I didn't do that. It could be either or. Dolly.
Timmy.
What's up, Chrissy?
How you doing? It's been like 25 years.
25 years.
Yes.
Don't seem long enough, Chrissy.
No. But listen, these people aren't out there searching and they're drinking the same way Don Wells ain't out searching because they know what they did to the kids.
Well, these people are in jail. Don Wells and Candace ain't in jail.
But I'm just saying the same reason why he never searched for his kid, because he knew he did something to her.
Well,
Same thing the other guy ain't.
Okay, to say he never searched for his kid would be inaccurate. To say he ain't searched.
Would he search for 5 minutes?
Yeah, he searched for 5 minutes. I seen the video.
Okay.
He showed
so, and
he showed it to me personally on his phone of him searching. He said, "You always saying I ain't searching," and he showed me a video of him searching for 5 minutes. Same shit I thought, Chrissy. I said, "Oh, 5 fucking minutes."
Yeah, right.
Like I didn't search longer for your kid than you have. That don't work good with me,
So listen, so I wanted to know, why ain't you covering the case for that? Isn't it Chad Dorman, the one who killed his 3 sons?
I am in cover the Chad Dorman trial. If he was when we were going on the Adam Montgomery stuff, we actually covered when he was in court trying to get it thrown out.
No, but you haven't really been talking about it.
I'm about to get to it. When it rolls into action, we'll be on
it. Is, but isn't they're in court right now?
Well, he's in court trying to get his like I said, his damn confession thrown out.
His what?
His confession.
Oh, he confessed?
He had to confess. I mean, everybody watched him do it.
No, but I'm saying, that's not the real court. Then the court comes later, you're saying?
The police should have kicked his ass. When they were reading his rights, they should have been kicking him in the head, is what they should have been doing. I mean, that dude was a monster. I couldn't believe that the police handled themselves so professionally.
Oh my God, I know.
I could not believe when that dude read him his rights and he was like, "I suggest you shut up." I was like, hell yeah. I could not believe that they kept their composure and did not beat him from 2 seconds from his life.
I think that he was trying to get at his wife with that, like trying to hurt her.
I think we need to pass a law that gives cops the right, when you do something like that, to whip your ass for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, like you said.
No, they let you fight in hockey. Why can't we beat a criminal for at least 10 minutes?
But just like tell them to say, stop resisting, stop resisting.
Yeah, they didn't even do that to him. That's what they
But
did.
I'm saying, even that guy that killed that poor Harmony, we should be able, the public, seriously, should be able to punch him in the face every single day of the rest of his life, what he did to his little girl. Seriously, we should be able to do what he did to him every day.
I agree.
Punch him in the face every day.
I said the same thing when I was sitting up in court. I said the only justice would be is they opened the jail cell every day and walked in and punched him in the head multiple times and walked out.
Right, and
every day for the rest of his life. I truly believe that too. And
same with the other guy. They should let us, it should be TV. It should be aired on TV. Him getting the electric chair with that. Or true justice would be hand them over to the family and let the family decide. Do what they want to do.
The only problem with that is we got so many good people in this country. They would free criminals, and we can't have that. That's why they don't do that. That's exactly why. Because people be like, "I'm a man of God. I can't take this man's life."
But I used to be that way. But
I know, and that's why we can't do that. Because everybody be like, "But this monster go." And we can't be letting monsters go.
Yeah, but with McDougal, when you know that McDougal guy did it, you know he did it. Like that's
well, he's in Texas. He's in Texas. He's going to die.
Yeah, but when? 40 years from now?
Hopefully they fast track him. Hopefully.
But he wasn't crazy on the street. He wasn't being naked and throwing poop at people on the street. Now all of a sudden he's crazy.
Well, I mean, that's what they do in prison.
Oh my God, I can't believe I saw that when he got up naked.
You seen the video?
Yeah, but they had it covered, I mean,
yeah, it was blurred, but it's just the thought of that, this dude is because the family wrote a statement saying that the system failed.
Yeah, the system failed. Every one of these cases, these last 4 and 5 cases, Summer, Harmony, all the cases, it was all from bad parenting and substance abuse. It's a combination. Substance abuse, bad parenting.
Amen, Chrissy. Amen.
Huh?
You're right. You're right about all that. It is. It's a mix.
And when people have kids, they should go to a class on how to be a parent, because these people, they're just, even if it's not directly bad parenting, it's indirectly, even if the girl was trying to get help for her drug addiction, she hands them off to a foster, and the foster people kill the kid. Or it all starts from bad parenting and drug abuse.
Yep. All right, Chrissy, look, you be good tonight. I'm trying to keep the calls right around the 5 minutes.
Okay, bye, Dolly. See you.
You be good. Stay safe.
Okay, bye.
Peace. I agree with that. A lot of this stuff is, it might not even start off as bad parenting, but you get on those drugs and then you slowly start to become a bad parent. You become somebody you don't think you can ever be. And tragedy strikes. And then you get clean and you're looking back at it like, holy shit, I effed up. But look, there's no time machines in this world. There's no going back. What is done, and these nightmares are going to last forever. Like, I put out the video today of the location where Montgomery was killed. All right, hold on. Let me get this call. Dolly.
Hey, it's Reva.
Hey, Reva.
The one you always misspell my name or pronounce it.
So, Reva? That's not nice.
It's Reva. Yeah, it's Reva.
Reva.
Okay. I wanted to say something really quick. I'm not going to be on here long because we got a lot of phone calls. It's pretty disgusting that other people take our children and hurt them.
Uh-huh.
But what's even more evil and disgusting is when a parent does it.
I agree. Because that's the people you trust to and you're supposed to be able to run to when you're in danger. So
right. And you know what's even worse is when they're sober.
Oh, when the parents are sober?
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally sober, not on drugs, like not knowing what they're doing or anything, but totally sober and do it.
Cody Bigsby didn't drink, wasn't on drugs. He was like, and then still killed the baby. Like, you just crazy, bro.
I don't know. Just prayer. just prayer, prayer, prayer.
Still, drugs ain't no excuse to kill a baby because there's people out
no
drugs strung out.
But do you realize when like some of them are so heavy on it, they don't remember the day before, and then they wake up and they're like, what do they honestly say? Oh, I killed my kid.
Yeah.
I would. Ew. Like, how do you live with yourself?
Drugs. That's from fighting with drugs. That's how they live with themselves. Is that they're hiding all their problems with drugs. But
and you're right about that drive on Burger King. I think to Burger King with her with Harmony.
I think Harmony died before that day. I do truly believe.
You didn't even have your seatbelt on.
I had to have my seatbelt on because the car don't move without the seatbelt.
Yeah, and you were parked when you were trying to show people how you were punching the back seat. You couldn't even reach.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have my seatbelt on then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some people say that most guys drive with the seat farther back, so he could have reached. I'm short, so my seat was closer. That's why I couldn't reach. It's a lot of the comments that were in the comments.
But if they were going to the methadone clinic, doesn't that hold you over until you get your next fix?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they knew what they were doing.
My thing is this: I believe that she had died the night before. That she was already in the duffel bag. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When they got out and they broke down right there, they took the car seat out the car, put the seat down because the trunk didn't open. I don't know if y'all caught that, but the trunk didn't open. So anything that got out the trunk, they had to get from there. So he didn't go in there, unload all the clothes out of a duffel bag, fold this girl up at a busy intersection and stuff her in that bag. She was already in that bag when they broke down at that location I was at today. And if y'all ain't watched that video, go watch it. It shows you the location where Harmony Montgomery, they say allegedly they found her dead, but I don't think she died there. You know, and I don't think he was beating her in the head down the road like that either. I do believe he beat her to death in the car.
Yeah, and the ceiling tells it all. She's already gone.
Yeah, she's gone 100%. She's dead. She was in the bag and all that stuff. I just don't believe how they're saying how Kayla said she died.
No.
So, you know, and prayers that they find this little boy, because I'm starting.
Oh my gosh! And I'm like, another one? Are you serious? And this is just on your channel I watch.
But for the first time on my channel, I'm thinking this kid might be sold. They ain't nobody ever hear me say that about a kid before. But I was looking into the daddy, and he's a trafficker, and I'm thinking this kid's missing. This dude is connected to the daddy. This little kid might be sold. I might sound crazy saying that, right? But I usually don't say that because I'm like, well, you can't sell no kid. Then I watch Sound of Freedom. I'm like, okay, I guess you can sell kids. So
me and my sister went to the movie and watched that.
And like
and there was like hardly no one in there.
And it's big money. And I mean, it's big money to sell a kid. Apparently, I didn't know that kids went for so much, but these are like rich people doing this crazy sick stuff.
And he gave up his whole career. His wife told him go for it. I thought that was so awesome.
Well,
he's dedicated his life now to saving them.
That shows you one man can make a big difference in the world.
Yeah,
just one person. You know, some people say
even when he said
you can.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
if I save one child, it's worth it. And then his wife agreed.
That's what I told when I originally started the channel. I said if I can help one family in all this, I feel like I done my justice. And I've helped multiple families, but still I just like help, keep going. You know what I'm saying? But my goal was just as long as I help one person, but that came quickly, Yeah,
you do good. I found I'm glad I found your channel. You do really good. Not like when you and PJ are sitting there talking.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. True crime.
Yeah.
I watch some true crime, but I sometimes I got to take a break because I'm getting too deep in it. It's like, no, that's too much.
It can happen. Okay, look.
Yeah.
I will talk to you later. You be good. You stay safe.
You take care, and I'm on my way to North Carolina Friday to be with my daughter because my son-in-law is a Marine, shipped off to Japan.
Oh,
so
man,
she won't eat she won't eat if Mama ain't there.
All right,
she'll drive herself crazy.
All right.
All right, prayers for the baby.
All right, prayer, peace.
Bye.
So yeah, we're on day 5, right? This little baby would be out in the elements. I'm thinking, I don't think this baby ever went missing that morning. I think this story is made up. the mom has like this alibi, which is a lie, which apparently investigators have caught her in. And I think about the phone lines. I can't never talk. Dolly. Hello. Can you hear me? Going once. Going twice. No, sir. Okay. Is anyone else experiencing technical difficulties? It keeps freezing up and starting over. Well, I hope not. I hope you're not experiencing any technical problems. But on my end, it says everything is fine and I could hear everything. Okay, so I hope everybody good out there. Dolly.
Oh my God, it's working.
Yes, I can hear you now. Hello.
It's Susie.
Hey, Susie.
What are you guys doing? Look, you put my TV on pause.
Susie, I haven't talked to you in so long. I didn't even know you were still alive.
Yes. Do you know that they have a thing on about the medieval dead people? That they're digging up.
Well, what? You were from the medieval times. All of them would be dead people, Susie.
Yes, but they're digging them up.
Okay.
And they're doing DNA to tell how they lived and what they died of. And I don't know. I was watching Jack the Ripper for about a week.
Jack the Ripper, Susie. Okay, are you calling in about what we're talking about? Or did you just call in, Susie?
I just called in, and I don't have my iPad on.
Oh.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
And how did you know the number?
I had it plugged in earlier, and I typed in the number, and there was a lady on there talking, and my son turned off the iPad, and blah, 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 blah.
Okay, Susie. Well, tonight I'll fill you in on what we're talking about, Susie. Okay?
Okay, go ahead.
We're talking about a little boy that's missing out of Two Rivers, Wisconsin.
Is he still missing? They found the little girl that was missing.
Yes, they found her.
Did they find her body yet?
The little girl, yes, they found her in the river.
Aw.
Tied to a rock.
Is her father still in court being, or did he get found guilty?
That is different kid, but no, the father was at work. This dude was somebody that was staying on the property. Killed the little girl in Texas.
Oh, that is so sad. You know, the mother, the one you had the picture on your website, that woman looks stoned.
Maybe. She's in jail. She can't be but so stoned. Looks a little depressed.
Oh, I'm going to tell you something. They said the people that molest children cannot be cured. And I agree with you. I don't think they should ever be set free. And I don't think that woman has anything to do with depression as much as she's a nutbag.
Oh, the mother? Now, I don't know the circumstance of the mother. Some people say she's been on drugs on and off. And
yeah, she looks it.
She's relapsed on drugs is what people are saying. But that's just allegedly. I don't know the lady, so I don't know what she was like before.
Messed up. Really bad.
Well, the dude, her friend was a former meth cocaine dealer. The dude that's in jail, Jesse.
That'll do it.
Yeah, and you know, if he's dealing those type of drugs and you hanging out with this guy, it's probably because you're doing drugs with him.
And then your kid ends up dead.
Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, and then the kid ends up dead. Or missing. You know, we keep thinking the worst, but what if the kid really is missing? That's why it's important to keep getting this picture out there, sharing it.
It was a little, I agree, but the likelihood at this point, he's not going to be found. It's a little boy. He was probably raped. And I don't think it was too good what happened.
Are you kidding to Nancy Grace?
No.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
Why should I?
No, because you know that's the first thing Nancy Grace goes to when something happens. She's like, "They were raped. They were." You know, I'm just curious.
More than likely, it would if the little boy would have been raped.
And if the mother was flying, she probably didn't notice what was going on because she was higher than a kite.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the situation. All I know is right now is what is being alleged, and allegedly, according to the state, she sent this baby over there to be disciplined by this man.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Now, I don't know if there's any big R going on. I don't know if there's any big M going on or anything like that.
I think he was being molested. And truthfully, a lot of that goes on.
Thank you, Virgo.
I'm not a Virgo.
No, I was thinking the person that just gifted the 5 memberships.
Oh, okay, because I'm an Aquarius, but I was born the year of the snake.
Yeah, but Aquariuses didn't donate 5 memberships. Only Virgo did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was born the year of the snake.
So we know astrology. Virgos rock.
What?
I would believe you a snake, Susie.
I'm a wood snake.
Okay, Susie.
And that is
Susie,
lunar
we got
moon.
a 5-minute minimum tonight, so I got to let you go. You be good.
What?
You stay safe. And until next time, you can call back later. You can call back. But we got a 5-minute call-in limit. We're keeping them short.
What?
All right. All right, R2D2. Peace.
I'm going back to medieval. Goodbye.
Okay. Something about Susie says medieval. Okay. Susie. She's sipping and tipping on a Sunday night. Okay. Starting early. She's like, I wasn't even watching. How you know the number then, Susie? I do a true crime show. I know when stuff don't make sense. You got to be watching the show to get the damn number. She call in act like she don't know what the damn show is about. You can see the kids' names in the title. It seems like you would be concerned. You have 2 Asian kids. Okay. You should know what's going on in this situation. If y'all didn't know that, me and Susie been friends for a while. All right. She has 2 adopted kids. You should be concerned about what's going on, lady. You're a parent. These are serious situations. Oh, come on, Susie. But I haven't heard from Susie or Christy in a while because I haven't done call-ins in a good minute. So it is good to hear from some of the regulars and some new people tonight. So, like I said, to me, it feels like in the Texas situation with the Audrey Cunningham, the family really don't want to take responsibility for their part.
Dolly, Carla from Canada.
Hey, Carla, what's going on?
Well, I'm hearing this new rumor, and I want to know if it's true. Have you heard anything about Candace and Hunter doing a new thing, thinking that they did have a relationship, and it's been on last couple of days on a few channels that TBI is investigating it.
Okay.
Just wondering if you've heard it.
That Hunter was having a relationship with Candace?
Yeah, and supposedly Candace is being brought up on charges.
Well, Candace has been having a relationship with not just Hunter, but other young men too that I've heard.
Yeah, right. So are they actually investigating her, or is this just a rumor? Because
I'm sure
I'm curious.
I'm sure they're investigating them because they, this ain't even in the video, but I'll tap it on it real quick. Pruitt, the detective, says he don't believe that kid was kidnapped. He believes that kid is right in the holler somewhere. There's no signs of a kidnapping. So what does that tell you? That means the parents did something, but they don't have nothing on Don and Candace they can prove because the holler don't have cameras. So they got no witnesses. They don't got no evidence, and they're stuck. But of course, they're probably watching them and listening to everything they say, just hoping like everybody else that they can find something to charge them with. But look, these people are carnies and career criminals. They're not just going to confess to anything. They're gonna play this dumb, stupid role. I truly do believe they know where their child is. Now,
I truly believe that Candace and Hunter were caught by Summer while they were down at that little beach, that little swimming hole there. I think Summer's seen something she shouldn't have seen between the two, and Candace did something to take care of it.
And they say that Hunter, was according to Jose before Jose passed away, that Hunter was messing with Candace, that he actually lost, lost his manhood, got his manhood, Candace or whatever. That's like losing it technically, because I think she got a beard. But, apparently he said he was sleeping with her. And, just from things I've heard in Tennessee, that there's not only Hunter, but there's other young boys.
Yes, there is other young boys I've heard too.
So
but I just think maybe Summer's seen something and might be telling Daddy. You know what I mean?
Well, she has predatorial behavior, just like Don Wells, breaking in houses, stealing panties. That's predatory. That's serial killer shit.
Absolutely.
People like that scare me. If you would break in my house in the middle of the night and steal my boxers, you a strange one.
Absolutely agree with you on that one. I just wanted your opinion, because I've been hearing it, and I was wondering.
Yeah, I believe it's true. I believe that they did have some type of relationship. That's what my opinion is. I mean, I don't have no proof of that, but if you ask Dolly's opinion, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, she was sleeping with that kid.
I wanted your opinion. Plus, you need to look into Highway of Tears out of Canada.
Highway of Tears. Okay.
Yeah, many girls going missing for years.
Oh,
so just check it out.
Okay.
And I hope they find little Elijah, but honest to God, I don't think it's going to be good.
All right. You be good.
Right?
All right.
You too, sweetie.
All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
All right. So thank you for becoming a member. It says Razmataz. Thank you for joining up. Keeping Dolly alive. Dolly gotta eat. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. If you haven't, you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that like button. Let's see if we can get me to 1,000. That way I ain't got to say hit the like button 1,000,000 times tonight. I think I'm on at least saying it 5 million times. I wish I had every time I say I need to mark something so I know officially how many times I've said hit the like button. I know it's too many damn times. Truth Seeker says, love being here. So, like I said, the family in the Audrey Cunningham thing to me sound like they don't want to take no responsibility in what happened. They thanked Texas EquuSearch, and they did do a great job. Dumpling says, I think she's on the property. EquuSearch did a great job. I learned a lot about the dude. Tim from EquuSearch said he had a child that was killed, and that's how he got into it. And he does the sonar, and he's the one that found Audrey Cunningham. And, he said she was swirling in the water. She was tied to a rock. And when they lowered the dam, that's when they were able to get the reading on her. And they, divers went down there and recovered her. And I'm sure the divers that had to see that, how brutal that has to be to see something of that nature. They're going to have to, the people that pulled that little girl out that water, they'll never get that vision out of their mind of what they seen. There's just no way. And like I said, the family knew good and well this dude was a monster. Would he never walk around with his shirt off or nothing like that? They gave you any indications. Okay. Now I know some people with tattoos like that have changed their life and are not bad people. They were one time in prison, and they were in some prison gang, and then they got out and they're like normal people working normal jobs. And you're like, dude, what the hell you got that? Oh, I got that back in fucking 81 when I was in fucking, and it's just not them anymore. But you still got to look at that like, okay, that's a little sketchy. That's enough right there to make me do a little research into you. At least check out who you are. Make sure you ain't no killer, some stuff like that, especially when you got gang tattoos. Because then I don't like being around gang people because y'all crazy as shit. So, but the good thing about these people that go to prison is they do mark themselves. So that they shitty people. All right. Not only you shitty people, but you're going to write it on yourself, basically. That's how I look at it. You're going to write, I'm a shitty person on you with all these gang tattoos. People instantly know gang tattoos these days. Everybody knows the major gangs, the Latin Kings, the Bloods, the Crips, the damn Aryan Brotherhood, the Muslims, everybody, you know what I'm saying? So they have ways of spotting, even, they had to act like they had no clue that they just good Christian people. And you might be, but I tell you what you are, you dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. Okay, it's one thing. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They didn't know. They let some dude stay in a camper in the backyard. Just let him stay in the camper in the backyard. That's it. That should have all it should have been. Some dude in the camper in the backyard. He shouldn't have been around the kid. He shouldn't have been babysitting the kid. He shouldn't have been driving around with the kid. He shouldn't have been taking selfies with the kid. He shouldn't have been doing any of those things with the kid that these grandmother and the father allowed. Robin, when I'm with and I go donate to a couple of dollars for Dolly to get to Crime Con. He needs 900 more. I know them tickets are so damn expensive. Man, it better come with like a back massage and like something good. I don't know. They just high as shit. Like, but I guess, the last one, Nancy Grace was there. They had they had everybody. All the top podcasters were there. So I don't know. They haven't put out the list of people that are going to be at Crime Con this year. But hopefully me and PJ will be there. We'll be the poorest ass YouTubers on the block. But hey, we'll be there. Thanks to you guys. Okay. And to everybody that's donated so far, thank you guys so much. Like I said, we're over 2/3 of our way to our goal. But I think we only got about a week left to make it because there's only so many booths available. So if you got a buck or two, help Dolly out. And if you're in the Nashville area, May 31st through June 2nd, come by and hang out with me. Come kick it with Dolly. Okay. So drop a couple bucks and then come hang out with me. That's it. We'll have a booth. It's going to be a good time. But look, we know Crime Con is super expensive. Everybody can't afford a ticket. We can't. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a meet and greet at a restaurant somewhere down there. Nothing crazy fancy, like a fucking Applebee's or, TGI Fridays or something. And so everybody can hang out and meet us because if you go to Crime Con, I think tickets for 2 tickets are $1,000 almost. Short legs and other people who got their tickets, they're expensive. You know what I'm saying? They're expensive. So we know all our viewers ain't got money like that because we ain't got money like that. So we're going to do a little meet and greet somewhere outside of Crime Con too in the evening. Once all that shit settles down there, we'll go somewhere and so we can meet up with other people in the Nashville, Tennessee area. If any of y'all guys want to meet us, if not, I'll go to TGI Friday and just eat me a steak and some mac and cheese called a night. Either way, we're going to be, out there. Come kick it with us. Come hang out. It'll be good times. I promise you. Oh, now let me get back to what I was saying about this little girl. There were signs. Like you're right. The system did fail Audrey. But after that, you guys failed. And I hate to be mean to the family. People were like, man, that's terrible, Dolly. You said something, But think about this. I can understand you're good Christian people and you're trying to help somebody. That's fine. But when you're allowing the grooming behavior to take place right in front of you, right? Or you're allowing it. Like, it's okay. You don't know the background of this dude, but you know him good enough that you're going to let your child tattoo him. You don't know if he has diseases. Okay. And I know the little kid had gloves on when she was tattooing, but hey, what was the shit splash in her eye? There's other ways, what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I don't think it's good for kids to be tattooing when you're exchanging, there's bodily fluid, like blood involved, and you got a convict that's a child predator. I just don't see how that is. And even in their press release, they were saying, she's a bright kid. She lit up the neighborhood. She liked to walk the dogs. She was training to be a tattoo artist. But her interests were like raising pets and shit like that. It just didn't make, they threw the tattoo artist in there. You know why they threw that in there? Is because they were getting so much shit. Because the family was like, I think they were trying to save face a little bit. Like, we ain't as bad as people are saying. And I don't think you're bad. I just think you're dumb. Okay. And look, I'm dumb at some things. Some things I'm completely dumb in. Just not life. Okay. Dumb in life. I'm book dumb. I'm not damn stupid. Okay. I'm not that stupid. You could be great people. You were just dumb in parenting. Okay, just dumb in that. I mean, you could be smart as shit. You could be a rocket scientist. But if there's just certain things in this world that everybody's a little dumb in. And apparently theirs is watching this little girl and letting monsters around. They were dumb at that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You can be dumb, but take some responsibility for your dumbness. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to put out a release, you know, and you start blaming other people when other people didn't let this man stay in your yard. They did. You let the man stay there, and not only stay there, but y'all allowed all this other extra stuff to go on. If he'd have just stayed there and kept his distance, you were like, okay, get a job. You can stay back there. Don't come near my damn house. You know, get you a job, move out. You know, that should have been what it was. If you're trying to help a person come up, you don't try to make them part of the family. And somebody like that. And here's the thing. These monsters, they know how to be nice and when they want to be nice. Okay. They know how to fake it too. Oh, let me help them. Let me act all friendly and nice and shit. But really, they're out there plotting and stabbing you in the face. You know, the devil will smile right in your face. Lie right to you. Evil don't tell the truth. So if somebody could tell you they've changed their life and they're a good guy and they found Jesus, you know, everybody got to find Jesus. I didn't know Jesus was lost. Okay. Apparently, everybody got to find him somehow. I don't buy that shit. I just don't. Right? Especially when you start amening me and Christianing me to shit, instantly I know you're full of shit right then. Right? I just do. Overly religious people scare me too. Just a fact. I don't mind you being a religious person. I'm a religious person. I just hate fucking religious weirdos. Or super rich preachers. Okay, I don't like rich preachers. I think it kind of defeats the purpose. Jesus hung out with the poor. Okay, he didn't care about wealth. He didn't have a private jet. There's just some things in this world you shouldn't do that I think you get a fast track to hell on. You shouldn't kill kids because you're going to burn quick. You shouldn't steal money in God's name. I was watching videos on that today. I just wanted to touch on that. I forget what that big YouTuber is, but he got like he has so many million subscribers. I can't even think of his name, but he's a long haired dude with a beard. He was talking about that. What's that dude? That preacher's name? His last name's Cole or something. The one that looks all evil and he got sort of. These devil preachers, that is horrible. You know, some things in this world are just the worst crimes ever. And I believe Joel Osteen, man, he's so smooth. I would almost send him money. Okay. I don't know what it is about that guy. It's some cult leader shit. Okay. Cause he could probably get 10. But if Joel Osteen called me right now, it's like, Dolly, let me get $10. I'd be like, all right, Joel. And that bitch got a Ferrari, a private jet. I don't know what it is about that dude that people would give to him like that, but I get it because I feel like I'd give him $10. That is the devil. That is 100% the devil. That is the devil. Bro, you drive right past a homeless motherfucker in your Ferrari, okay? In a Ferrari. Jesus wouldn't even hang out with you. You think Jesus would get on your private jet? No, he would ride the fucking camel. He'd take the camel. He'd hang out with prostitutes and thieves. He wouldn't hang out with these rich, money grubbing ass. It's crazy. Not to get sidetracked. I get sidetracked. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. It's Big Bird.
Hey, Big Bird. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Living my best life.
I had to take a couple days off all the crazy YouTube streets.
I didn't do nothing yesterday. I put out some pre-recorded videos, but I've been chill all week and hanging out with PJ, taking it easy.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I'm glad you took a break. You guys deserve it. I liked those videos too. They were really good. Wouldn't it have been funny if Tone walked out and saw you there, but he doesn't live there anymore?
He don't live
Wouldn't
there.
it have been
I
funny?
know I got some heat like that because of the title of the video. Dolly goes to Tone's house. I didn't mean his house right this minute. I meant, his former house.
Yeah.
He didn't live there. I
He
didn't
doesn't-
think he was going to walk out. I knew he didn't live there.
Right. I thought that he said that at trial. I mean, some people might not have watched it, and that's okay. Not everybody.
And I still look, Big Bird, I'm glad you called because I don't think that little girl died at that intersection.
I don't either. And I don't think she did. I haven't thought she did the whole time. I have not thought she did.
She was probably in the bag at that intersection, but I think she died before that because there's no way. Because when I was at that intersection, there's no way you could actually literally, without nobody see you, fold a baby up and stuff her in a duffel bag at that busy intersection.
Remember when you were talking about it before you came up here, and I was saying in the comments, I was like, there is no way any of these places that they're mentioning, that Burger King, everyone can see in cars there at the intersection. Everyone would see. Like, Manchester isn't like a little wooded town where people aren't going to see you in the areas that they were going. I was too busy.
Yeah, but then is Adam telling the truth that Kayla did something and he came back and the baby was dead? Like, or did he kill?
I think they're both telling. I think they're both telling some of the truth, and I think that I might not have been on YouTube, but there were a lot of us talking this weekend in text messages from up here or that were part of the search early on. And we all feel exactly the same, that they're both telling bits and pieces of the truth to make it fit their narrative.
I think so too. That's the only thing that makes sense.
I think they're still going to stay married. I don't think the divorce is ever going to be finalized because Kayla filed for divorce. And that was the state of New Hampshire, DCYF put that in their safety plan. So she was told part of her plea bargain, part of the DCYF safety plan was that they had to be divorced before she got out of jail. And the divorce paperwork got filed over a year ago. It takes 30 days in New Hampshire to get divorced. She's not going to be divorced. So.
I just, when I got out there, I was looking at it and I was like, man, their story just don't really add up to what occurred, because I was thinking if I was at this intersection and I was trying to stick a baby, there's no way somebody, but then again, I was standing out there with a camera and everybody was looking. So maybe they were just looking because I had a camera, but I think if he was standing out there folding the baby up, everybody be looking too. And I was like, he didn't put this baby in no duffel bag at this busy ass intersection. I mean, it was cars constantly pulling up.
Around here are nosy. Yeah. But people around here are nosy. They would have looked. Like, people are nice, but they're very nosy in New Hampshire,
Well, they said, because of the snow and the ice, that the windows on cars could have been, dirty, and that's why nobody noticed or beating them in the head.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, my window gets dirty, but usually you have heat and windshield wiper fluid and windshield wipers that clean.
Oh, when I took the rental car back, it was white.
Yeah.
It was a gray car. Yeah. When I took it back, it was white. It had like snow. I don't even know what it's called because it
had the salt on it.
It was everywhere. It was the whole car. Yeah. I was thinking, I hope I don't charge me for cleaning this damn thing because I just took it back.
No, they spray the roads before the storms, so there's already a pre-treatment down, and then while the storm's going, they lay a mixture of sand, salt, and then this other chemical is already on the ground, so that, because we get bad black ice here.
Yeah, because when I took the car back, it literally looked like it needed a pressure washing from hell. I ain't even gonna lie. So whatever they put on the roads up there had that whole car, the windows, it was just white.
Yeah, we definitely pre-treat the roads pretty strong in most areas, especially in Boston. It's because so many people travel there, and it's a city that can't sleep because they have the best children's hospital in the world. So, and that's the other thing. I don't buy any of the story. she ran for help. Like I've been saying this too. She ran for help because he punched her in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, Harmony, 35 pounds, you're not running for help for her. It doesn't make sense. None of it made sense to me, Dolly. Like, there's still missing pieces. And I don't know how. I think before you came up here, people were like, how are they letting her lie on the stand? Because I kept saying, she's not telling the truth. She's not telling the truth. Or this person's not telling the truth. Like, we already know that. People that have been, you know what I mean? Like, I've gotten messages from day one that the story broke because I had a Facebook group.
Yeah.
And a lot of people came to me with stuff. And I knew I was regularly speaking to Crystal until certain things came out that she was lying about. And I confronted her. So that will just be the one thing I say about
Crystal
that.
said
But
something that sticks with me. I've been talking about it every day too. I'll just bring it up to PJ. Is the organ harvest. She gave this interview. She was like, I was thinking the worst, like maybe, organ harvesting. And I was like, oh my God, she jumped right into organ harvesting. So me and PJ, because we got this running joke about solar flares. That's why the internet sucks. That's why you got back pain. And I'm like, oh, my neck hurts. It's these solar flares. And it's just a joke, right? And I was like, so I threw in. Now it's like, yo, can you rub my shoulder to solar flares? And, I'm worried they might try to harvest my organs, So it's just kind of this joke that's been kind of like, we've been adding to, you know what I'm saying? We blame everything on solar flares and organ harvesters.
Solar flares are scary, though. There's something about them. I have to say that. But I can say Crystal did say a lot of really off-the-wall things, and there were a lot of very odd things. And, I mean, I've talked to everyone from DCYF workers to past DCYF workers that knew what was that know that they can speak because they're past DCYF workers. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more to this. Like, there were phone calls made to Crystal, and she did not call DCYF back when they were trying to help figure out what was going on with Harmony with the first black eye call they got. You know what I mean? Like, there's bits and pieces that haven't been released that are absolutely not true. But I think that someday those will come out. But for right now, we have one of her killers in jail, and that is what's important. And I think I do believe Kayla will eventually be arrested for something having to do with Harmony's passing. I really do.
I hope so.
And
look,
I'm just going to keep saying that.
I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
Be good.
I did want to say, can I say one thing about the redhead beard guy
with
the tattoos? So I know it's a jail gang. It's a very, very obvious jail gang, right? I know enough about it because of people I know, or knew in the past. But down there, it's not just a jail gang. So I have a really bad, I'm not saying the gang is involved with what he did, but he had so many other places he probably could have gone because of his gang connections with that group. So it just doesn't make sense to me. There's another reason that guy was on that property and he never should have been there, because Dad knew his past from the information that's been released,
Yeah, I would think
so
he should never been there
right
too.
Yeah, that just doesn't sit right with me. You know what I mean? So that's really what I called to say about Audrey, because it doesn't sit right with me, because down there, that gang is so connected, and it is a real down there gang. It's where it started, So there's a reason he was there, but it probably isn't a good reason, doesn't make sense to me. And I certainly hope that Audrey gets justice too. And I'm going to keep praying for that and for you. And I appreciate you and PJ so very much. So I really thank you.
All right.
But I know I took up a lot of time. So have a good night, and I'll keep watching.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
Dolly. Oh, wait. I think I missed it. It was ringing as I tried to catch a caller. So just call it back. There's a little delay between what y'all are seeing live. It's like a minute. So there we go. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. This is Sayla. I have a small channel, so you probably never heard of me. But back when you were speaking about the Joel Osteen thing, and I feel like that this is tied in a way. Like God, this is a season of exposure, and God is exposing a lot of stuff, and He's exposing false preachers, false prophets, false evangelists.
How
all
could you
these
not
things.
know? How can that many thousands of people, like I said, Joel Osteen could get me for $10. I don't know. It's a weird magnetic, weird thing that people have.
Listen, all people have to do is look at that man and listen to him for 10 minutes. He is nothing but a self-help guru. And I know
I think
that a
it's
lot
a
of
big
people
smile. He puts off that fake happiness, and everybody wants to be happy. And you see this happy dude. You happy because he got a fucking Ferrari in the mansion. I think I'd be smiling like,
correct.
You know what I'm saying? Too?
He has a 20,000 square foot house, and he has 3 different cars that are $400,000 or better. And think about this. Jesus even said that he has no place to lay his head. He was, he was always going from place to place, healing people, doing things for people. Remember what he said to the rich young ruler? If he didn't sell all his possessions, he couldn't even come with him because the greed that was in his heart. He didn't make everybody sell their possessions, but if greed is the main purpose on your heart, that's what he expected, And I think we can see it's about greed.
Kenneth Cole is the other preacher.
Kenneth Copeland is the other one, and he's going to be exposed too.
That dude is the devil. That's
he is. You can look at him and see.
That's the one the big ass YouTuber dude was talking about today. But I had seen him for a while back, and he's the one that's like blow COVID away, and he's crazy.
Yeah, and he cut his own hand. He cut his hand and cut another person's hand, trying to make it like his blood was communion mixed with that other blood.
This dude, yeah, and he bought Tyler Perry's private jet. And he's talking about why he needs all these rich.
Saying God gave him them jets. God told him he had to have them jets.
He had to buy it. He was doing his people a favor. Tyler Perry gave him such a good deal on the jet. I was like, dude, you are going, if there is a hell, he looks like the devil. He really.
Let me tell you something. You can see demons in that man's eyes. You can see them. If you know what to look for, you can see it.
But here's my question: I can understand people wanting to get rich. I get it. You want to get rich. You want to have nice things. I get that. But what point do you not need money anymore? Right? Like, why do you need $100 million? You know how happy I'd be with $1 million? Like, why did I need $100 million?
I'd be happy with 100,000.
100,000. I'm happy with $100 right now. I'm just saying, is there not a cutoff for people? Like, I would think $1 million is
not when it's greed. It's like they're controlled by greed. They found all that money in the wall at Joel Osteen's church. Whenever the plumbers were in there working on the plumbing, they found over like hundreds of thousands of dollars stuffed in the wall of his church.
That's because if anything went bad, he had a place to go snatch it out the wall when his scam came to an end.
Exactly, so he could run. But if you notice, he blinks like once a minute, maybe.
I'm good with a preacher having a Cadillac. Okay, I'm used to it. Yeah. You see the Baptist preachers, they got a Cadillac. Okay, they got a house and a Cadillac. We good with that. When you start wanting the other shit other than a Cadillac, nah, that's when we bring you the devil. Okay, I mean, Baptist preachers all got a Cadillac and a house, and that's it. Okay, anymore they ain't got vacation homes and private jets, and we gave.
Because look what that money could do. Look at all that money what it could do for people. All the homelessness we've got. That could really open some tiny home communities. He could use that money, so people could get out of the positions they're in. That's what the Lord wants us to do. He wants us to help our fellow brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying?
I'm drinking Kool-Aid right now, and my Kool-Aid that ain't that good. That these people convince me that they're a person of God.
Right.
If anything, I would think you farther from God than anything. Like you, the person that he was prayed for. Like I need to pray for you. You don't need to pray for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him praying for me or touching me either one.
Oh hell no! You ain't touching me. That's a demon.
Exactly. I don't want no transference from him coming over onto me.
I wouldn't want Joel Osteen touching me either. And he's a business suit, nice, clean. Look, I wouldn't want you touching me, bro.
Right. Yeah, but he preaches a different gospel, and the Bible says, if any man comes and preaches another gospel, they're accursed. And he sure teaches a different one, because the Jesus I know don't teach a prosperity gospel.
Yeah, I don't know. When they instantly want money for everything, that's what. There's another dude that. Okay, I want to point this out. There's a dude on YouTube that goes by Greatness. Have y'all seen this dude?
I hadn't seen that
He
one.
gets millions of views on YouTube, and he sells Bibles, and he's like he's a charlatan too. He basically tells people that, you know, some of these Bibles got money in it, and he's going to bless you with money if you buy his Bible.
Oh.
So people open. He got videos of people opening Bibles, and they got thousands of dollars in it. Okay.
Oh man, that's some dirty stuff, though.
But that
man, that ain't from the Lord. That's blasphemy.
Look, so that makes you think. Let me buy a Bible. Maybe I'll get these thousands of dollars that are in it. Maybe I'll get blessed. But all really he's doing is banking millions of Bible sales, and he's driving around in a fucking Bentley, dude. Makes me, stuff like that makes me sick. Right? Like
it makes me mad too. Just these people ripping off these children.
I'm gonna be the doorkeeper. I swear I'm gonna ask Jesus. I'm gonna be like, little baby Jesus, can I work the gate? I want to be security at the door. I want to be the doorman, because there's some people that do not need to be anywhere near anything decent. And it to me, that's one of the worst ways to scam money, is to use Jesus to do it.
Oh yeah, stand behind a church. And that's just like other people on YouTube that use God and stand behind a church.
I know what.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about in true crime that does it.
I call it Nelly.
It's horrible that they do that. You know, because in the end, man, I'd rather be the person that people might not think's a good dude, and I get in, than to fake that I'm a saint and be the fucking devil in the sky.
Exactly. Because let me tell you something: ain't none of us perfect. Every one of us falls short of the grace of God, and these people need to learn to give grace and mercy to people, because they gonna need it themselves.
You know, I was watching Mike Epps earlier today, and he said, look, if you want to stay alive, be a shitty person. If you get too good, they might have a reason to need you in heaven.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Only the good die young. You know, Billy Joel said it first.
Yeah, because they need you in heaven. That's why they take the good. They don't take the bad. They leave you.
That might be
long. Just be a shitty bag ass person.
Right. Well, my son, he passed away last year. He was only 31, but he OD'd. But man, he was the best person in the world. He would give you the shirt off his back. He had just got rebaptized, and I know where he's at. I have no doubt where he's at. But people have to get real. They better start looking at the times we're living in. And I'm going to say, these children too, all this is tied in with that, because God, in his exposure, he's going to shine his light in the darkest of places, and these babies are going to be found. I can't say, what the situation's going to be, but I know for a fact that we are coming close toward what the Bible talks of in Revelation, and people better get right or they're going to get left. That's all I'm saying.
I hear that. Look, hey, I appreciate you calling in. Amen.
Absolutely. Be watching it.
All right, peace.
All right, bye.
That is true. Look, people know. People see it. So some people say, you're out here using Jesus money. Don't think people don't see you doing it. Just remember that. All right, you Christian ass YouTubers that be using Jesus, get dirty. Dolly.
Ooh, Dolly Vision. Marry me, Jimmy.
What's up? Who's this? Where you calling from?
Oh, Houston, Texas.
Texas in the house. What's good with you tonight?
It's pretty calm here over here.
Okay, you got to turn me down in the background, or we're gonna get this crazy echo going on. Okay, I think she went to turn me down off. Okay, I turned you off. Thanks for hanging up on me. It was good talking to you too. I'm glad Texas is living large tonight. Okay. We're all sinners, says Mab. Okay, we got 994 likes. Thank you guys. Y'all been awesome tonight hanging out with me. It's good to hear from all the regulars have called in. We've heard a bunch of new people tonight. The thing is this, the longer it, especially in the Elijah case, the more days that go on, the odds are we got to think that this baby is no longer with us. And I believe the police believe that already, because, they're searching lakes and they're searching the landfill. And the landfill is what really scares me. But that could just be that shoe, right? And if there is connections, a lot of this is allegedly with the family and the dude in prison for human trafficking, and this person being one of his family members. Could he have sold this baby And that is a scary thing, because apparently if this dude's been charged with these types of things before, and his cousin is a drug dealer, gang member, and you can tell by his tattoos, then how do we know this dude hasn't done something for his cousin or uncle, or that's in prison, that's in there for trafficking, and he's gave him those connections? You know, I think that's something that the police need to be looking into, is there is any connections between this person and the father of this baby that is in prison. Okay. And that, look, this baby, his daddy was bad. And I mean, when you say bad, I mean like terribly bad. Like, oh my God, should never be out of prison type person to begin with. So, you know, look, this is the world we live in. This baby came into the world to a father that is a monster. Okay. There ain't no other word to describe the charges his dad has. Okay. He's left with his mother that is a drug addict. Gets dropped off at a dude that is a meth dealer. What chance in the world did this baby have? Okay. If you did that to me, I'd be missing. And I'm a grown ass man. You drop me off as a meth dealer, my daddy in jail for like selling other little kids. Insane. Totally insane, right? So prayers for this little boy. I'm going to honestly be this. I swear to you, and this might sound crazy. I hope that they may have sold him. That way there's a chance of recovering him alive. If not, we're looking at this kid's been missing 5 days with no water. I can tell you this, if you don't drink nothing in 3 days, your kidneys will shut down and you'll die. You can't go so long without, you can go without food, okay, but you can't go without drinking water. 3 to 5 days, he'd be dead. You don't think so? Go about 2 days not drink no water, your kidneys will start hurting. You can't go that long. It's just, he won't make it out in the elements below freezing. Here's the good thing. He did have a blanket. Okay. He did have a blanket and maybe body heat enough to keep you. He found somewhere crawled up in there, got somehow, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think of the ways that this little baby could survive in the elements for 5 days at 3 years old. I mean, he ain't damn, what's that dude, Bear Grizzly or whatever the hell his name is, that survivor dude that be faking it, staying at hotels. He ain't that guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I could survive 5 days out in the open in Wisconsin in the elements with just a little blanket and one shoe. We already know he only got one shoe on if he has any. And here's the thing. They say this kid like to run around with no clothes on, but the day he goes missing, he happens to be fully dressed with socks, shoes, pants, everything on. But any other time, Bear Grylls, okay, I think I don't know. I just knew one of them survivor ass people is the point. How long could you survive? Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Sunshine and Shadows.
Hey, how's it going?
It's all right. I was just listening to you talk, and I had an opinion of my own.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
So the more you talk about the dad and his connections to trafficking, I was just talking to my mom about kids that get sold under 4 years old. They're usually sold into black market adoptions. And I'm talking people that pay millions to adopt. So I'm hoping that's the case, because if that's the case, he's being treated like a king.
Yeah, because I mean, they're not just selling kids. This is like a global thing. They could sell this kid in Russia, or like maybe not Russia, but sell them in some other country. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean they'll throw your ass right in a shipping crate and send you across the world.
Right. If that's the case, I just hope it's a black market adoption, because people that are desperate enough to adopt and pay millions for it, they're going to treat him right.
Yeah, definitely. If somebody was to pay that money to adopt. Now, I don't know if you heard when Susie called in, she adopted, she went to China and adopted 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fee to pay or whatever. She explained it one night, the adoption process she went through. But and that's her 2 boys that I think she was talking about one of them earlier on the iPad. But she's been raising them 2 boys, loves them boys to death. But she adopted them and paid, I think it was like $10,000 to adopt one of them. She explained it one night. Maybe she'll call back.
And that's legal adoption.
And that's legal. Yeah, this is legal adoption. It still costs her thousands of dollars because I guess you can kind of skip line a little bit, I think. Like here there's a waiting list for kids and everybody wants a kid because parents are too busy killing them instead of giving them up for adoption. But I guess in other countries, when they realize they can't take care of the kids, they give them up for adoption. So Susie adopted her 2 boys like that.
Oh.
Yeah, so she gave them a great home, and the boys are happy, and they cook for her and shit.
Wow.
Treat her good. She's all right. Susie is.
Well, I hope it's something like that and not baby Quentin type stuff. Because I can't really afford to think about another dead kid right now.
Well, if they've been out there for days searching that landfill, and if he's out there, I trust that they'll do a good job and find him like they did baby Quentin. I didn't think they were ever going to find him, and they did. So I got to have a little faith in the police.
I feel so bad. I've been calling Quentin a girl.
You've been calling Quentin a girl?
Yes.
Quentin is definitely a little boy.
Oh my gosh, his long, pretty hair. I thought he was a girl.
No, he was definitely a little boy. He looked just like his mom.
Familiar with the case. Like, I've literally learned about baby Quentin through you, so I haven't really followed it.
His mama goes to court in 2025. Of course, she has been charged with the murder of Quentin. They're saying, I believe they're going to go with blunt force trauma. We don't know what she's going to say. She ain't released any statement whatsoever or anything. So, I'm going to be there for the trial in Georgia when she goes to court.
So sad. Well, that's all. I just wanted to bug you like I normally do.
All right, you be good.
All right, bye, Dolly.
All right, peace. So yeah, the whole Quentin Simon thing, just another kid ended up in the landfill, and protests broke out. The mama was named #1 suspect, but they didn't arrest her. See, here's the good thing: Wisconsin, they arrested the people. If you hadn't arrested this mother, you would have another Georgia incident on your hands. And I told everybody, I was like, man, I don't think Georgia would ever happen again. Georgia's happening again. Okay. But the only difference is why there ain't no shit going crazy in Wisconsin is because these people are in jail. If they wasn't in jail, you can believe all hell would be raised about these people being free. Just like it was in the Leilani case. So there's some similarities in it that you gotta, you got a mother that's lying about her location, just like Leilani did. You got a baby that's possibly in a trash can, kind of like Leilani. But this time, instead of Leilani, it's Latrina. Okay? Latrina instead of Leilani. So this girl is lying about her location. She's lying about where she was at. There has to be a reason for that. People don't just lie for nothing. I mean, some people do. Some people are just compulsive ass liars. They just lie to lie. But for the most part, when somebody that don't lie lies, they're lying to cover something up. And what's she covering up? Maybe she is the one. How do we know she didn't show up and pick the kid up at 8 o'clock when he was asleep from 8 to 11, and then she done something with the baby? But it sounds like she's sitting this baby there for some reason. God, who only knows what reason that is. Only she does. And like I said, if she's telling the authorities that what they're saying, which is she sent the kid over there for discipline, but she's over there in the corner going, no, I didn't say that. No, that sends mixed messages already. The whole line, let's just pray that a miracle happens and this little boy is somewhere safe. Let's just say he did get outside and somebody grabbed him. that wants a baby. Let's just hope he's discovered. They find that person. The police have say they have been going door to door. Because let's remember, he could have got out and a neighbor grabbed him. You never know. There could be another monster lurking. And we just don't know that either. But if that was the case, the parents would seem like the mother would care more. There's a lot of things I just didn't see on that lady's faces. I didn't see tears. I didn't see any of that. And let me tell you this, if my kid was missing, she's grown. And I was in jail and they were accusing me of anything to do, I would be in tears. You would know I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that. I didn't see that in her. I didn't see that type of concern. I didn't see that type of caring. I didn't see one tear. I didn't see a wolf tear, a fake tear, a dry tear, an eye booger. I didn't see nothing, right? Like no emotion to the fact that your kid is missing. That's telling. That's really telling. Just looking like I've seen in this 2 years of true crime that I've been doing true crime. You got to remember, I've sat with killers, people that are accused of being killers that are innocent. I think I've kind of got a little bit of a skill set of dealing with psychos and being able to spot them. And you know, that's a weird trait thing to have, you know, to put them on a resume. What do? Talk to killers and, you know, chop it up with people that murder people. It's kind of a hobby. But I'm getting pretty good at it. Like I can spot it. Like I can tell when you're innocent. I can tell when you're guilty. I'm like Santa. I know when you're naughty and I know when you're nice. But I got to be there to tell. Like I get a good vibe from TV, from the internet, right? But when you there, oh, I know. There's no getting you evil. I'll sniff it out you like a bloodhound. Like I know when you've done it. I don't know if it's empathic or not telepathic because I can't communicate with you. But I just know, like I can feel your sadness, like I can feel your anger. I like Leilani, like I could look at Leilani on TV. I couldn't tell she was evil as shit. Oh, when I met Leilani, oh, I knew I was talking to the devil. Cold, dark, distant, like everything you would think evil would be. Emotionless. That is the key. Lack of emotion. If you have no emotion to you, you are a serial killer. Okay. If you ain't, you're going to be one day. People that are emotionless, like I'll cry like you. And I like you. If you emotionless to me, you scare me. Right. Cause that means you might kill me and not give a shit. I couldn't do that to you. I would care too much. Right. Like just people without emotion scare me. I expect people to be normal. I expect them to be happy sometimes. I expect them to be pissed off sometimes. Mad, you know, sad. I expect people to have all those emotions because that's normal. That's what normal people have. Well, like when you ain't got shit and you just don't care and you can sit around and watch somebody get cut up with a chainsaw. There's a problem there. There's a little bit of, I think our world is breeding monsters. I truly do. I think society has gotten so bad and people are so just evil these days and it's only getting worse. I've said this a million times about serial killers. This is why you study people. This is why they study serial killers. Because if you don't learn from the past, these things start repeating themselves. If you listen to the stuff that most sexual predators that made them predators in the 70s and 80s, all these people that got caught went to jail, you know, serial killers and different hillside stranglers and the big R words, you know, that were doing stuff like that. It is all coming from perversions, sexual perversions. That's one thing I took from most serial killers. Some type of sexual perversion. Our world is filled with the craziest, dirtiest, nasty. There's pornos out there I can't watch. Like, I'm like virgin eyes, like, oh shit, turn that, like, it is that bad. Like, I don't know who's into this shit, okay, but that scares me. And if that ain't breeding monsters, things like torturing people and things of that nature, I don't know what could make else. Like, you can't watch that shit and have a normal mind. You just, like, who and if this ain't breeding monsters into our society, into our world, I don't know what is. If you think Ted Bundy was bad, I'm sure the shit that people are consuming now are making way worse monsters than Ted Bundy. And just, you're seeing families, and drugs has a big factor in a lot of it, especially with these kids. A lot of the times when we see these missing kid cases, when it gets all down to it, there's drugs involved. Leilani, drugs. This one, I guarantee it has something to do with drugs. It's always the people who are on drugs. Adam Montgomery, drugs, heroin, crack. Every one of these cases all start off with drugs, especially with the people with their kids. You know, I don't think nobody initially wants to hurt their kids. I hope not. You know, but they get all drugged out their damn mind and they don't care about nothing but drugs. They can't take care of themselves, most lessly a kid. And I think that's how we lose a lot of these tragic kids. There's a lot of wars that need to be fought. The war on drugs is a bad one. Okay. And when I say drug, I ain't talking about you puffers and smokers, midnight tokers. I'm talking about, you know, these people popping needles in their arms and blasting off to outer space and missing every fucking teeth in their mouth. Okay. It's like, do yourself a favor. You know, dental bills are expensive. Okay. Just leave that damn meth the hell alone, unless you plan on eating applesauce the rest of your life. Okay. If you like applesauce, then be a meth head. I ain't got nothing against you. Look, I've seen the funniest shit there. I want to share this with y'all. Okay, so JLR puts out a video today on Slab City. Okay. Now, I've always wanted to visit Slab City, so I was a little jelly of JLR because I've watched all these documentaries on Slab City and things of this nature. So JLR's video, I watched it. It was okay. It was kind of boring. But another video came on after JLR's, after, you know how YouTube recommends it? And it was this other dude. He went out there. Now, his video was good. Okay. It had over 1 million views, but he kind of more interacted with the people. So he goes up to this dude fixing a bike, right? And he's like, you know, he's talking to the guy, and the guy's real nice to him and shit. And the YouTuber's like, yeah, I hear a lot of people are out here on drugs and shit, right? And the dude goes, looks at him and goes, yeah, man, they all on drugs and shit. He goes, I'm on meth. I don't know why it was so funny to me, because the dude was really calm. He wasn't hyped up and nothing. He goes, yeah, I'm on meth. And I just was about lost it. I was like, I don't know why that's so funny to me. But the YouTube dude looks at him. He's like, but he was the most normal person there. And he's like, everybody out here is on drugs, is what he says. You know, it's supposed to be, you know, there's no law. If you break the rules out there, they burn down your shack. Okay. So for some reason, I've always wanted to visit this place because it's just fucking crazy. So I was watching some of that stuff on that today. But look, guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. You guys be good. Stay safe. And I will see you guys. I don't know. I might be back later tonight. I got some things I got to take care of that I got to get made. So I might go live later on Dolly Uncensored. Okay. So add Dolly Uncensored. It may be just some me working in the studio stuff, but I might come back and hang out for a little while tonight. And until then, don't forget to leave a comment after this video, hit the like button, and I will see you guys later. Peace.